Hi guys, it's Gus Weathers and welcome to my channel, or welcome the fuck back to my channel. What the fuck is up? What the fuck is going on? Y'all already motherfucking know. Another story time. What can I say? What can I say? Tana Mojo fucking era, like what? If y'all are new here, hi. I'm Gus Weathers. Subscribe, like, comment, show some love, stick around. I hope you all enjoy. And yeah, let's get right into the fucking story. This is just gonna be a really kind of like a crush, really embarrassing story altogether because I embarrassed the fuck out of myself in front of literally the hottest person at the time. You guys, I know. Y'all are like, bro, he literally was not even hot. He had dirty fucking dick. Okay? Don't judge people because they stink. I like that shit. Before I start it, you guys, he literally bullied me so bad, like so bad. He literally bullied me throughout school all the time, but I literally just thought he was so hot, like I didn't even care, like did not care. And so that's why we had like a little falling out because we weren't talking that much. So you guys, this would have been in 2017 and I think I would have been 16 or something like that. I don't really remember as well that much. I just know that there was a new guy at our school and his name was, we'll call him Justin, I don't know. Justin was new to school. My best friend Zoe at the time, she and him started like talking. So then I kind of met him and stuff like that and he was cool. We became friends, everything like that. And of course, this always circles around to the fair. We go to the Tulsa State Fair and you guys, I literally lived a few towns over from Tulsa. So it was kind of far away from Tulsa. And so we're at the fair and I run into Justin. And Justin's like, hey, like, what's up? Like, he's like, I don't really like, you know, he's like, I don't really have like a way to get to school tomorrow because he literally lived in Tulsa but went to school like forever away. It made no damn sense. But he was like, is there any way I could catch a ride with you guys and like stay the night with you? Which I was like, cool, it's fine by me. I really don't give a fuck. He came, stayed the night with me. We went to school. It was cool, everything like that. And so the next night, he texts me again and he thinks that he can stay the night again. So I'm like, okay. You know, like, yeah, obviously, like, I guess you're enjoying your welcome. I was not talking to this guy that I was in love with, my crush. I was not talking to him at all because he literally was just being a fucking dick and being such a bully. So I wasn't even talking to him he probably fucked my fucking cat. There's no fucking telling what happened at all. How I said, this would have been when I was literally 16. So like, I just didn't start smoking, but I was like, you know, getting on the come up in my stoner era.
The nerve of you bitches, like, oh my god, I got no words for you bitches. Like, who for you?
So I ended up getting a bong, and this was my first ever like bong myself because my sister bought it for me. Shout out to you. One of my friends had a grandma and she lived right down the street from me, and I know y'all are like, what? Yeah, you guys, I don't know. And she would let us smoke at her house, okay? So we were like, okay, because my friend Becky, she lived down the street, and sometimes it would get too cold, like we couldn't stay outside and smoke, like we'd have to go inside. That's how fucking cold it would be sometimes. So we'd just go to grandma's and we'd smoke at grandma's. So I was over and I was smoking at grandma's. I was hitting the fuck out of this bong. Like I was getting high as fuck off this bong, trust me. And while I'm sitting there smoking, I literally get a text from Justin saying that he's at my house. And I'm like, oh my fucking god. I forgot Justin was about to be at my house to come stay the night. So I was like, fuck Becky, like, love you, but I just gotta go. I don't know. It was around like 9 o'clock, something like that. It was on a school night. I run from grandma's to my house. I'm like literally running. I'm high off my fucking vagina. I literally have the bong, everything in my backpack. I'm literally running like it's no tomorrow. I get to the house. And once I start walking, because I had like a way where you can go through the backyard to get to the front yard. And I start going through the backyard and I start walking and I'm like walking, blah, 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 you know, running. And all I hear is this like cancerous laugh. It's like, what are you doing here? And it was my crush, which actually like my pussy was doing jump jacks, like doing jumping jacks back and fucking forth. That's how fucking like horny and excited I was because I wanted them to like low-key run a train on me. And I was like, what are you doing here? And he was like, oh, like just coming to hang out with Justin. And I was like, oh, you think you're hanging out with Justin? It's 9 o'clock. I'm about to go to bed. Like, we have school tomorrow. And he was like, oh, yeah, I'm staying the night too. I said, where at? He said, in your bed. I was like, oh my god, whatever, you guys. And obviously I was trying to act like I was like a tough bitch or something like that, or I didn't want him, when in reality I wanted him to raw dog my fucking shit right there. I did not give a fuck. Did not give a fuck. We're all hanging out, everything like that, you know, one thing, not even one thing leads to another. We all go out and we go and we smoke at grandma's again. Well, we asked grandma if we could smoke there and grandma said no. So instead of smoking somewhere else, I don't know, we literally just parked our car in her back yard and we smoked in Zoe's car in her backyard. So we're sitting there, right? And it's Justin, homeboy, Zoe, Rebecca, and me. So we're all smoking, we all get out of the car, it's kind of cold. Becky's over by the house smoking a cigarette. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go over and like talk to Becky because I don't really care about these bitches. Love you, Zoe, I cared about you, not the other ones. And so Zoe's in the car, she's rolling the blunt in the front seat, and Justin is in the back seat with homeboy. And so homeboy gets out and I'm sitting over there talking to Becky while she's smoking a cigarette. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, if you think it's so cold, like, I'm so cold, which I really was cold and I really was saying it, but I mean, I guess you could have just got me as being a whore. And I was like, I'm so fucking cold. And homeboy hugs me, literally puts his arms around me, hugs me and goes, oh, is my baby cold? And when I tell you, my head was over his shoulder, so I was like looking at Becky. And I literally like looked at Becky and Becky was sitting on the ground looking at me and she was like, and I was like, but I liked it. I loved it. I was eating it up. I literally loved it. I was like, oh my god, please just tell me you want to fucking date me. Like, ah! As if he wasn't going to school the next day and telling people I literally had AIDS and I need to die. We head back home. We all come into my room. We're hanging out. I'm on the bed with No Name. Justin's on the couch with Zoe. And so Justin and Zoe start making out. And so I'm just sitting there like, ugh, if only I had a pussy, because I would literally be getting my shit ate right now. You know, it starts getting a little bit later and Zoe's like, okay, well, I'm peacing out. Like, I'm going home. Bye. Like, I'm going home. I'm going to bed. And I was like, okay, bye, girl. Like, I love you, girl. Like, I'm gonna get jumped once you leave. Because remind you, these are big boys. They literally could have killed me. I think about this all the time. I'm like, I don't understand how they did not beat the fuck out of me, because I did talk a lot of shit too. Fast forward to me 6 years later and I'm still talking shit. I don't know what to say. Sorry. Entertainment purposes only. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. I don't care. So we're sitting there and we're in my room. And when we're in my room, homeboy gets on my bed and Justin's on the couch, right? Justin falls asleep and I'm sitting there with homeboy. You know how, like, maybe y'all don't know, maybe I'm just a fucking slut, but you know how when people like need to fall asleep and so you like just do that on their skin, you know, just to help them fall asleep. So I started doing that to him and he's like, ooh, that feels good to do my leg. So I was like, okay. So I started doing it to his leg. And then so he turned around, right? Like, he laid down on his stomach, which I was like, okay. Like, obviously it's because he's a fucking bottom. I start doing it to his leg and like, you know, I start like, I'm going up there. Like, I'm definitely trying to see how far I can tango. So I start getting a little closer and I keep getting closer. Like, you guys, I'm starting to get a little too close. Like, I'm almost touching his fucking asshole. So next thing you know, I'm touching it. Like, I'm literally there and I'm like, I like say his name to like make sure homeboy's there. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, no, sure. So I'm like sitting there, you know, I get there and next thing you know, I like put my hand underneath so I can start. He lifted up a little bit. I put my hand in there, started giving him like the best handy ever. Like, pulled out his fucking dick. I sucked his dick while Justin was in the room. Justin could have woke up. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. It was like 11 o'clock at night at this point and I literally was sucking his dick like no tomorrow. Like, not like I had school tomorrow or anything like that. Just going fucking crazy. I didn't give a fuck because I literally had the biggest crush on him. He like turns me over and starts like face fucking the shit out of me, you guys. Like, when I say face fucking, like, I mean face fucking. Like, I literally thought he broke my fucking tonsils. And I honestly didn't care because like I was suicidal at the time and I had the biggest crush on him, so I didn't even care. He literally could have fucking killed me. Did not care. Basically, he did. That happened, and we woke up the next day. He was staying the night, so they stayed the night with me. This was like night 2 of them staying the night with me or something like that. This was night 4 of Justin staying the night. And I know you're like, holy fuck, you really are a fucking homeless shelter. Trust me, I fucking know. So we wake up the next morning. Homeboy, he's like, I need some clothes. Like, I need some clothes. I have no clothes to wear to school. And I'm like, okay, let me go find you something. So I go into my laundry room and I'm trying to find him something while he's showering. And the only thing I'm thinking of is something that's tight because he was kind of thick. So I just really wanted to see his dick and his ass, like really bad. I grabbed my Adidas. That's the first thing I did was grab my Adidas. So I gave them to him and he was like, yeah, no, these aren't even getting past my literal fucking ankles. And I was like, okay, cool. Cool. So I gave him my gray Nike sweatpants. He put them on and I just remember I was sitting in my laundry room like on the floor, like I was like grabbing stuff, and he put them on and he had nothing on but my gray sweatpants and without a shirt, and I literally was sitting there like looking up at him and I was like just letting him know like I am literally just a hole. That is all I am. I am just a hole. Don't bully me. I'll come. So we go to school. He doesn't even talk to me at school. Remind you, he won't talk to me at school. He won't talk to me at school at all, even though he's going to school wearing my full-on outfit, which is very distinct because I'm gay, so obviously y'all already know all my outfits are a little fruity. So a week goes by. I have a bunch of people over because you guys, as I said, I had so many people over all the time because my parents were never home. So I had so many people over. I don't even remember everyone that was over. All I know is that my best friend Angelina was there and No Name. And then we'll call this other person Jaden. We'll call this other person Jaden. So Jaden was there and Homeboy was there and my best friend Angelina was there, and then a lot of other people were there, but Justin was not there. So I'm sitting there, we're all just chilling, everything like that, hanging out in my room, and then I get a text from Becky, and Becky's like, bitch, come over, smoke with me. And I'm like, okay, you think I'm gonna miss out on a smoke sesh? I don't even give a fuck if my house is full. I'm like, okay, you guys, let's go, let's head out, like we're leaving. I had to go grab something from Becky's. We all start walking to Becky's, and you guys, the only female that is there is Angelina, and that's it. Me, the feminine bitch, is obviously walking with my girl because us girls have to walk, like, you know, run together. So we start walking and it's me and Angelina in the front, right? So the whole rest of the group of guys are all behind us. So y'all already know my scoliosis was acting the fuck up because I had my back fucking broken, popped, and fucking ready to go. And the outfit I was wearing like had my ass looking really fucking snatched and really fucking good and tight. So I'm like sitting there obviously, you know, walking like a fucking whore. Literally like a fucking whore. And so me and Angelina are walking and literally No Name runs up, like I'm not kidding you, runs up, smacks the fuck out of my ass so hard. Remind you, I'm not even a girl. The other girl, the only girl there is literally right next to us. And he starts laughing. He thinks it's so funny. And all the guys are laughing too. Like everyone's just laughing. They think it's so funny. And I'm literally like, are we all just gonna ignore that homeboy? Like literally are we all gonna ignore that homeboy literally just groped my fucking ass in front of everyone. In front of everyone. And everyone was like, gee. We show up to Becky's and Becky had like a carport, this whole like carport. So she was outside and I'll be able to show you guys in a second.
Wait.
And so we walk to the carport and Becky's like, why the fuck did you bring the whole goddamn motherfucking town with you? And I was like, bitch, ignore it. Ignore them. And she's like, I literally wanted to smoke a blunt with me and you. Not this many heads. Ignore it, bitch. I don't know what to tell you. It's the price I pay. And so we're sitting there, we smoke, everything goes good, we get done. Time to head back to the house. So we start heading back to my house, and once we head back to my house, it like starts getting a little bit later and everyone's like, okay, we're gonna head out. So I'm like, okay. And then No Name, he's like, I think I'm gonna stay the night. So I'm like, okay. And so while everyone's leaving, No Name's like, hey, Jaden, like, do you wanna stay the night too? And Jaden's like, yeah, sure. Like, I don't give a fuck. Let's stay the night. Like, I don't care. I don't really give a fuck. So I'm like, okay, cool. Jaden calls dibs on the couch with Angelina, and No Name called dibs on the bed with me. He's like, obviously I get the bed, which I'm like, okay. Wouldn't you expect me and Angelina to be in the bed together and then homeboy and other homeboy on the couch together? No, you wouldn't expect that. Why? Because they wanted to fuck both of us at the same time. We're all like laying down and I'm laying next to No Name in bed. And No Name didn't have a phone at the time. I know, you guys, I was down so bad. He didn't have a phone at the time, right? At all. So he's on my phone and he goes and he looks up something on Safari. And he's literally sitting there on my phone and he literally looks over and smiles. And so I'm like, ugh. So, you know, I obviously start like giving him a hand job, and I'm literally sitting there like giving him a hand job, and then I'm like, I don't really care. I'm gonna suck his dick again. I don't even care. Cause I don't even know. It wasn't even like, literally wasn't even 20 minutes since we laid down. So I know Angelina and Jaden are not asleep. And they're right next to us, like literally right next to us in the same room. Like, I'm not kidding you. Right when I start sucking his dick, he starts a conversation with Jaden. And I'm literally like, but then I'm sitting there like, I don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, bitch, if they see you getting your dick sucked by me, that's what's gonna be crazy. If they see me sucking dick, ain't nobody gonna be shocked. Ain't nobody gonna be shocked if it's me sucking dick. At all. No one. So I'm going brazy, sucking his dick. He starts talking to Jaden, everything like that. Jaden talks back to him, whatever. So I'm sitting there, while I'm sucking his dick, everything like that. No name, homeboy's like, turn around. He whispers, turn around. And I'm like, okay, like, you know, I'm just thinking like he's done, like he doesn't even want to do anything anymore. So I literally lay down, turn around. And I forgot to leave this part out of the story. This is the part where it gets really embarrassing. So, you guys, obviously I'm a twink. I'm literally like 90 pounds soaking wet. So you all obviously know I don't have that good of a body. So I bought these butt lifters off of Amazon that are kind of almost like a thong. And then it like picks up your ass. So it looks bigger and like leggings and jeans and stuff like that. So I forgot to take these off because I still had my leggings on and everything. So I didn't take them off. So when I turned around, he went to try to pull my pants down. And they're so tight, I bet you a finger didn't even get in that motherfucker. And he literally went to pull it down and it just flung right back up. Like, I'm not kidding you, flung right back up. I was like, oh my god, you guys. And this was like, I had the biggest crush on him. Like, I was like, there's no way, literally the love of my life, the person I've always wanted to fuck, is trying to literally fuck me right now. And I have literal swamp ass from my fucking butt pads. And my butt pads are on. How embarrassing. So obviously, you know, I pulled them off. Was like, come on, get it in. There was no way that thing was going anywhere near me or inside me, which I hate myself so much to this day because I just should just let him fuck me. But it doesn't matter because now I can just say that he tried to fuck me and I didn't let it happen, because that's kind of what happened, because it really didn't happen. Like, nothing really happened. And so the next day happens, everything like that. I walk into my kitchen to grab something out of the refrigerator, and when I go to grab something out of the refrigerator, I turn around and Angelina just runs in and pushes me, shoves me. And I'm like, the fuck? She's like, I seen what you fucking did last night, you fucking whore. And so I'm sitting there like, oh, fuck. Because I was not going to tell anyone. I was not going to tell anyone at all. Because I was hoping that if it was a secret, he would just want to keep fucking on me. That's not how it happened. And I can never shut my mouth to save my fucking life. So she's like, yeah, I seen what you were doing to homeboy, bitch. I literally looked the fuck over, because I'm sitting there laying next to Jaden, and I looked the fuck over and you're just sitting there going fucking ham like a fucking ghost under a goddamn sheet. And she's like, I'm like, you seen it? Yes, I fucking seen it. She's like, so I literally had to fucking pull my tits out, shove him in Jaden's face, and had to let him start sucking on my titties so he wouldn't see it either. Because if he would have seen it, he would have went and told everyone. And I literally was like, oh, bless you for being a queen. Because her and homeboy did not like each other at all. So it's crazy that she was sticking up for him and he didn't even give a fuck. He literally did not give a fuck at all that she was sticking up for him. But anyway, so all that goes down, you know, I suck his dick, I'm a whore, everything like that. And it's time to go to school again. So I head to school, and you guys, remind you, homeboy has been staying with me for about a week now. For about a week. At this time, I'm just chilling, hanging out at school. It's probably 7th hour at this time, and I'm just sitting there on my phone. And I overhear this girl talking, and she goes, yeah, did you hear that No Name is running away from the cops? Like, yeah, he's a runaway. His parents are looking for him. The cops are looking for him. And I just put my phone down and I was like, what did you just say? And she's like, yeah, blah, 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 ran away from the cops. Like, I guess he tried to rob someone at gunpoint and he's doing this and he did that and he ran away, blah, blah, blah. And the cops have been looking for him for a week. And I literally just was sitting there like, and remind you, he was at my house at that very moment. He was at my house in my bedroom. So I was literally just like, oh, after school, I'm gonna go to jail. After school, I'm gonna go to jail. So I come home, I open the door, he automatically walks out the door, he's like, hi. I'm like, oh, fuck no. The cops are looking for you? He's like, yeah, kinda. I was like, get the fuck out. I don't give a fuck, get the fuck out. I walk into my bedroom, my literal, like, memory foam is hanging off my bed. There's a random bong in my floor. My sliding glass door is open. Literally, the whole gallon of milk that I had was gone. Cereal, all of it was gone. He ate all my food in my house. And you guys, I'm poor as fuck. It was literally just me and my dad, and he ate all my dad's food, all my food, everything. Fucking stupid fat fuck. I tell him to leave. I'm literally like, leave. I don't care. I don't care where you go. Leave. And I had Zoe there because thank God Zoe would have beat his fucking ass if she had to. I'm sitting there. Everything goes by literally like Zoe leaves. I'm like, I have to be by myself. I'm so fucking pissed off. So I end up I end up falling asleep on my bed. Next thing you know, I hear knocking. Like, what? A couple minutes go by. I hear knocking on my bedroom window. And then my dog obviously starts barking. At the time, my dog starts barking. I hear the knocking on the window and I literally just woke up. So I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm coming, god damn it. And then I'm like walking to the door and Chloe, my fucking dog, it's a chihuahua, is literally barking its fucking head off. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch. And I open the door, police, lights, all fucking flashlights, all of them. I literally am like, hello? It's like 4 cops. They're like, is blah, blah, blah here? And I literally go, no. And they go, are you lying? I said, no. They said, you better not be lying because you know that you can get in serious trouble if you're lying, right? I said, yeah. They said, can we come inside and take a look? I said, no. I can go ask my guardian right now if you can search the house and then I'll let you know. And I shut the door in their face, ran right to my bedroom, hid all my paraphernalia because you guys, literally, this was a different time. This was 2017, so weed was probably still legal or illegal. I don't remember which one or the other. So I had all my paraphernalia as fast as I can. I run to my dad and I literally go tell him, I'm like, I don't know, the cops are here. I don't know, they're looking for someone. I don't know who it is, but he definitely ain't here. He ain't here. And hasn't been here either. So my dad walks up, he's like talking to them. They're like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like last we heard he's here. Snitches. Last we heard he's here, blah, 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 blah. Can we take a look? And so my dad's like, yeah, I guess, like, I don't care. So obviously they come, they look everywhere in the house. And they're like, okay, like, there's no one here. And I'm like, obviously I told you that. And so they go to leave, they shut the door. Right when they shut the door, I like look at my dad and I'm like, ah! You know, because they didn't find the weed. And my dad was like, the fuck was, like, he was so pissed. He was so pissed off. I was like, okay, whatever. I don't even care. I text homeboy and I'm like, boy, the cops literally just showed up at my fucking house because of you. And he's like, no way, you're fucking lying. Did they leave? And I was like, yes, they left. And he's like, okay, cool, cool. So can I come back? The audacity. So I snuck him back into my bedroom window that night. No, but yeah, so I don't know. I feel like that one was kind of a little weird one, and I had to tell that story because I literally was on TikTok live the other day and I started telling that story. I don't know how it popped up into my head, but I literally remembered it and I was like, oh my god, if I do not get on a camera and literally tell that to my YouTube right now, I'm so done because it is such a good story time to me. I don't know if you guys liked it, but I hope you did enjoy it because I don't know, I hope I was able to make your all's funny bones laugh. And if so, please give my video a like, leave a comment, let me know, give me helpful criticism, and don't mind me being a whore back in the day. But yeah, I don't know, just thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for rocking with me. It means everything to me, and the support I'll never take for granted. So yeah, thank you for all making my dream come a reality, and I hope to see you guys on the next video, the next story time, because you guys, trust me, I will have story times out the ass, you guys. That's what I'm here for, is story time, story time, story times. And it makes me so happy from the bottom of my heart that you guys actually enjoy the story times and you all love them, everything like that. Also, all my story times are real, you guys. Literally, I don't know why I had to clarify that, but I feel like so many people are going to try to think that my stories are like fabricated or anything like that. You guys, I have proof of almost 99% of everything that happens in any story I tell, and I would show proof, but I can't show proof. And y'all are like, yes, you can. No, you can't. You all wouldn't do it. I'm not doing it. I don't know what to tell you guys. Either believe me or you don't. I don't fucking know. Why do you think it takes so fucking long for me to get these story times out? It's because I have to literally think of shit that I went through as a fucking child. And it's sometimes hard because the trauma just blocks it out. So yeah, thank you guys for rocking with me today, tomorrow, and the next day. I love you guys so, so much. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye!